How's it going, everyone? Today we got a story time of a skibidi toilet obsessed kid who destroys the subscriber's birthday party, partially due to his obsession with skibidi toilet. This is a pretty funny story and pretty cringy, so I know you'll like it. Anyways, so we're gonna call the subscriber who submitted this story Adam. So Adam was having a birthday party. He was turning 14, and he was having a birthday party at probably one of the most favorite spots to have a birthday party in his town. And that was in this kind of like a combination of a laser tag, arcade, pizza place it was kind of designed for like a fun birthday party. And basically every single kid in that town really loved to have their birthday parties there. So there was also a rule at Adam's school, since he went to a smaller school. And because he was in a smaller school, there's a lot less people in his class. And for that reason, the school kind of enacted, they had kind of like more control over what the kids were able to do. And they also had a rule where if you invited one person to a birthday party, you needed to invite everyone to the birthday party. This was to make sure that no kids were feeling left out. And while I do understand like the idea behind the rule, at the end of the day, sometimes like if you're just not friends with someone, like I don't know. I feel like if I'm not friends with someone, like I don't know if I necessarily want them at my birthday party, you know what I mean? But anyways, so there's another kid who we're going to call Ben, because of course we're going to call him Ben. And Ben caught a case of the skibidi toilet disease, where basically most of the cases of the skibidi toilet disease happened over the summer, or I should say specifically last summer, where basically this skibidi toilet, which is this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of this web series, and I mean, you can like what you like. I really don't care if you like it. But basically, if you have skibidi toilet disease, you basically watched it for 25 hours out of the day. Every single waking moment, you were watching a new skibidi toilet video. And yeah, maybe it was decaying the inside of your brain. Actually, quite likely it was decaying the inside of your brain. And so, yeah, when Ben came back, Ben was like... Ben and Adam, the subscriber, were never like the closest of friends. Like they were okay. They were on, I don't know, like okay terms with each other, but it was never like they were the tightest or anything like that. However, when Ben came back, he exhibited the signs of extreme skibidi toilet disease, where Ben would only communicate by screaming skibidi bop yes yes at people in class. He'd be singing the skibidi toilet song all class, and it would literally be driving people insane. He would be like perching out in the bathroom and like sitting on the toilet to pretend that he's one of those like toilet head people. Like Buddy had a full case of the skibidi toilet disease, and it was bad. Yeah, so sure enough, Ben, like the birthday was coming around, and since everyone needed to be invited, Ben also needed to be invited. So Adam was talking to his mom, and he was like, Mom, so like one day, this a couple days before the party, Adam was like, Mom, is there any way we can avoid inviting Ben? He's been super, super annoying. Everyone doesn't like him. I mean, this sounds kind of mean, but imagine if some kid was just going like, skippy, boop, 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 yes, yes. Like every millisecond of the day, people were saying, Buddy, could you please stop with that? And he would just ignore them and scream it louder. Like, okay. At that point, it's almost like justified to call this kid annoying. Like, yeah, maybe it's not the nicest thing ever to go around saying, oh, you're annoying. Oh, you're doing this. But at some point, it's, bro, if you're being that annoying, to an extent, you kind of deserve to be called annoying. Anyways, though, so sure enough, the subscriber's mom was like, hey, I'm sorry, we can't really do anything about that. Like, if we could, I would. You know that. Like, but you also understand that there's a pretty strict rule. You could get in trouble, and it could be a big deal. I don't know if the school could actually like get him in that big of trouble. I don't know if it was actually that big of a deal. But either way, Adam's mom was really not budging on this. So unfortunately, Ben was going to come to the party. So in Adam's mind, what likely was going to happen was Ben was going to be annoying, like super annoying, but not much more than that. Like, sure, Ben would have been, like, went in there probably just annoying everyone, singing, like, skibidi toilet songs the entire time. But little did Adam know that Ben was actually about to completely just, like, destroy the entire party. Like, straight up destroy it. Yeah, so sure enough, the day the party eventually comes around, and Ben and his parents, they get there early to the place, kind of like I don't even really know what to call it, because it's like it's an arcade, it's a pizza place, it's a laser tag. It's kind of like a combination of all three of those places. So whatever you want to call that. Anyways, though, so they eventually get there a little bit early to help set up. Adam's pretty excited because, this is going to be a pretty hype birthday party. This is going to be pretty nice. So anyways, they eventually get there, and people start coming in. People start making it there. And kind of like there's like a designated time for the laser tag. But in between then, you get there, you get a bag full of these like arcade tokens. You get to go around, kind of like free roam, do what you want to do, spend your tokens, try and win tickets. Try and win more tokens. I don't know. It's a fun time. Like, it's a really cool party. So people are pulling up. People are showing up. They're like, oh, man, like, this is so great. Like, everyone's just going around having a really good time. So is the subscriber. And Ben is not there. So Adam is kind of thinking, like, or kind of hoping or wishfully thinking, like, oh, well, maybe, Ben is just not going to pull up after all. And, we can all be done with this and not have to deal with him, even though he got invited. But no, sure enough, eventually Ben pulls up, and Ben's mom goes to Adam's mom and says, hey, I gotta go. I'll be back in a couple hours. And I don't know, like no other parent did that. Every other parent was there kind of like monitoring their child. But no, Ben's mom left for a little bit. That's okay. That's not like that big of a deal if your mom like gets up and leaves you at a birthday party. Because it's not as if you're completely unsupervised. However, it would have been, in this situation, yeah, let's just say it would have been a lot better if she was there to supervise a thing or two. Anyways, though, so sure enough, eventually Ben gets there, and Ben has like an iPad or some kind of tablet with him, and it has like 10% battery left, or a low amount of battery. I know that sounds like a really miscellaneous detail, but you got to understand that's actually an incredibly important detail, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but just hear me out on this, okay? Hear me out. Anyways, so sure enough, right, the subscriber is having fun with his friends, and he looks over, and he sees that Ben is sitting at one of the tables all by himself on his iPad. So Adam and his friends kind of like look at each other, and they're like, okay, like, I don't know, like, maybe like we should go over there, tell him like he should join us. He has a bag of tokens, like he should go play some of the games with us. Let's just make sure he's having a good time. So look, Adam's a nice guy. He wants to make sure that everyone at his birthday party, even the annoying people, are having a good time. See, good guy Adam. Everyone comment good guy Adam down below. So they walk over there, and they're like, Adam's like, hey man, how's it? And Ben says, don't talk to me, I'm listening to skibidi toilet. And then he like turns it up even loudly, like he turns up his iPad to almost like mute them out. You just hear, skibidi bop bop bop, yes, skibidi bop bop beep beep. And at this point, Adam and his friends look at each other like, if the kid just wants to sit there listening to a skibidi toilet, fine. Do what you want to do, man. However, you can say that politely. You know what I mean? Like, you can politely say, nah, man, I'm good. I appreciate it, though, but I'm good. But no, he had to be like, get out of here. I'm listening to skibidi toilet. Anyways, so Adam and his friends kind of look at each other. They're all kind of giving each other side eyes. And they were like, okay, well, we tried. So Adam and his friends leave. And they go back to somewhere else in the arcade, and they find a game. And Adam's like, wow, like, I knew that Ben was annoying, but I guess I haven't really interacted enough with him to realize that he's not only annoying, but he's a big jerk too, which is kind of a bad combination, I'm not going to lie. So anyways, they're kind of chilling. They're having a good time. And eventually, they kind of like walk around the arcade, they're winning tickets, and they go to the ticket booth because I think they hit like the jackpot at one of the games. Was the game's odds like rigged in a higher favor because the birthday boy was about to play? Who knows? But either way, they won. So they're going to the prize counter. They're collecting they're submitting all their tickets and they're seeing how many they have. They're kind of looking through all the prizes to see which one they want to do. And that's when they hear, oh, and they look around and they see Ben sitting at the table and he's freaking out. So basically what happened was his iPad ran out of battery and he's like, skibidi, I need skibidi toilet. So, everyone's kind of like looks over, at least the people in the nearby vicinity, because some kid's just screaming at the top of his lungs. So you're going to go over there and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see what's up. And so, Adam kind of looks over. He's like, I'm not dealing with that. And Ben just like, is like, I need skibidi toilet. I need skibidi toilet. So he gets all like dark and like demonic and stuff. And so anyways, he's like, Ben stands up, starts huffing puffing. He's like, he starts like walking around, like hunched over. And I don't know, like Buddy's actually having a full-blown mental breakdown because he can't have access to skibidi toilet. Like this is actually a full-blown problem at this point. So anyways, at this point, Ben starts screaming, give me skibidi toilet. And he like runs full charge at one of the arcade machines and kicks it, like slams into it and knocks him over. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Ben is not like the most athletic kid ever, but he is quite a big boy. Buddy's a big boy. So if he rams into you with enough power, well, you're actually going to like probably fly back. So Ben knocks over one of the arcade machines and then stands on top of it and screams, I need skibidi toilet. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video and you're watching on YouTube, comment toilet down below 3 times, 3 separate comments. I will try and heart as many of those comments as I possibly can. I also want to let you guys know, if you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, if you go to the description of this video and you go down a little bit, there are a couple links. The first link, if you're on YouTube, is the Spotify link. But under that, there are 2 links. The first one is a Cameo link. I want to let you guys know that I am officially on Cameo. So if you want me to make a personalized video for you, either go on Cameo, look up Connor Pugs, or follow the link. The second one, I have a link to a YouTube course. If you guys are interested yourself in growing or making a YouTube channel, maybe it's something you've always wanted to do, I kind of condensed all the knowledge that I've learned over the last 7 or 8 years of doing this into a couple, probably 2 to 3, 4 hours worth of videos. And if you're interested in that, click that link down below. So just want to let you guys know that those 2 things are there. And finally, if you want to submit a story to me, all you got to do is go to Instagram, look up Connor Pugs, follow me, and then message me the entire story. Anyways, let's get back to this skibidi toilet kid absolutely destroying the birthday party. And by the way, it's about to get so much worse to the point where he shuts down the entire place. The whole place has to be evacuated. Yeah, it gets bad. Yeah, so at this point, the subscribers kind of looking around as everyone else has kind of stopped what they're doing. And you just see Ben go, I need skibidi toilet. And just it's just on there screaming, dancing, or it's actually a problem, bro. So anyways, right, sure enough, the subscriber's looks at his mom, because all the other moms are there. And remember, Ben's mom's not there to calm him down, give him a booster shot of skibidi or something. I don't know what she'd do at this point. But anyways, at this point, Ben's like, does anyone have skibidi toilet? And everyone's looking around. The parents are super confused. And also the kids are super confused. What do you mean, bro, when you say, does anyone have skibidi toilet? Bro, you're looking at them like they're some kind of, I don't know, dealer of something you shouldn't have. What? What are you saying right now? Anyways, though, so he runs over, because there's a fire extinguisher that's kind of open and laying there, just in case there's a fire. Ben grabs the fire extinguisher and starts going around, blowing it at people, saying, give me skibidi toilet now. He starts blowing it around. So at this point, one of the managers looks over and he sees some kid absolutely decimating the place and other people with fire extinguisher, that white kind of foam substance stuff, which isn't just white foam. It's it's made, it's got all these chemicals in it. You shouldn't be breathing that in, all that kind of stuff. So immediately the guy's all right, we got to call in security. All of a sudden you start hearing meep, meep, meep. I think they pulled the equivalent of the fire alarm to get everyone out of there, because there's obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but just so you know, there's not a skibidi toilet kid has gone insane alarm, so they're going to have to go with the fire alarm. Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscribers just kind of looking around hello? So they're all ushered out of there. They all have to walk out. All the parents are walking out. And this kid is just give me skibidi toilet. So like there's like some local guards on duty because it's like connected or near a mall or associated somehow. So eventually like the guards go in there, they subdue the skibidi toilet kid. Eventually it's like, speak of the devil, the skibidi toilet kid's mom is walking back, like gets out of her car, is walking to pick him up because this is around the time the party would have ended. Oh yeah, they totally missed their laser tag thing, by the way. That was supposed to be scheduled for 30 minutes ago, but the skibidi toilet kid had a different plan. So anyways, she walks up and the subscriber's mom looks at her and says, I think you have to go get your son. And she's like, oh, what do you mean? And she like points over at like two security guards who have him like not chained up, but have him like together so he can't run away. And he's screaming, give me skibidi. And at this point, Ben's mom's like, oh my God. She goes over there, talks to the guards. They exchange whatever. And like, she's like dragging Ben out of there, screaming at him like, I can't believe you did this again. And the subscriber overhears her say, did this again. And he looks at one of his friends. He's like, did you just hear her? She said, did this again.